Oh man, I am so excited for this next guy. It's Marc's dad. I don't know his first name, so I'm just gonna call him Mr. Schechter.
Oh, Dick.
Dick Schechter.
By the way, I just want to say one thing. The comedy gene skipped a generation, so that's the first thing. You ruined my problem on that. You first is surprised to this thing, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, you can tell I haven't spoken in a long time. Anyway, everybody's been roasting you tonight, and it's very hard for your father to roast his son. So I'm going to tell a couple of stories about Marc's childhood.
That's my bit.
Yeah, that's really, really hard to believe. Anyway, just in general, Marc is a free spirit, an independent thinker, and a very verbal and very funny person. In fact, when he was 8 or 9 months old, Marc said a word. It's very unusual for a person to say a word at 8, 9 months. And the word he said was light. And it was amazing because his Hebrew name is Aryeh Meyer, which is Lion of Light. So that was a strong connection to what was coming in the future. But the main thing is, he said that word and he hasn't shut up since. In fact, when he was young, I'd be walking past the kids' bathroom and I hear him talking to himself. In the bathroom. It was carrying a conversation. It was amazing. In fact, one time when he got potty trained, he was like 2.5 years old. I'm going by the bathroom and I hear this sound. And so I stick my hand in Marc, is something wrong? He goes, this is a 2.5-year-old kid. Dad, I'm suffocated. I said, suffocated? You mean constipated? He goes, yeah, that's the word. I know, they're making fun of your weight, Marc, and I have to tell you why. Marc always loved food. In fact, when I would put him to sleep at night, before he would go to sleep, he would say to me, Dad, tomorrow morning for breakfast, I'm having pancakes and French toast. For lunch, I'm having a tuna fish sandwich or a hamburger. And for dinner, I want you to make me that spaghetti with butter and ketchup and chocolate pudding. He had his whole day planned. That was Marc Schechter. Then one day he came home from school and my wife doesn't cook very well, but she was cooking that night. and Marc was kind of like, regretting that he had to eat his main meal. So he says to her, like 6 years old, his dinner, he says to her, I want dessert only. And Dina says, no, you're not having dessert until you finish your meal. So Marc looks up at her and says, I'm calling the police. This is child abuse. You were there, Allie. In fact, when we used to go to Dorado Beach for Christmas, Marc's nickname by everybody, all our friends, was Bacon Boy. Marc always had 3 plates of bacon for breakfast in the morning. John Wallenstein would call him Bacon Boy. In fact, the same vacation, one day I was about to eat one of his French fries. He actually stabbed me with a fork. Still have the scar on my finger.
That's why you can't practice medicine anymore, right?
That's true, yeah. It was actually dentistry. It wasn't.
Nice.
You don't have to call me doctor, it's Mr. Schechter. Anyway, Mom wrote me a story. Wow, now I put in a story there.
Do you want Hurst to read it?
What?
Do you want Hurst to read it?
No, it's all right. Anyway, another amazing story is Mark was always very independent. Allie went to camp, and Mark next year he wanted to go to camp. So at 7 years old, he went to Camp Taco. He was one of the youngest campers there. And every year we go up to visit Mark, and like every other parent, we would stand there, wait for the case to open, and the kids would run to the parents run to the kids, give them hugs, kisses, I miss you. By the third or fourth year, we get to camp. It's 9:30 in the morning, the gates open, everybody's running in, we're walking, and there's no Mark. My wife is starting to sweat, where the hell's Mark? We go to the bunk, we're looking for Mark, he's not there. We finally find one of his counselors, and we say, oh yeah, Mark's playing tennis. Okay, so we go to the tennis court, Dina runs up to him, and Mark looks at his mother and goes, what the hell are you doing here? I don't miss you guys. I thought she was going to die. Why'd you bother driving all this way? I don't miss you guys. And I looked at Dina, I said, Dina, he's very well adjusted. Most parents like this. Oh my God. Let me see what Bobby wrote. Let me see. Yeah, when he was potty training, he sat a long time on the toilet talking nonstop, singing songs. Then one day he yells, Mom, I'm sorry. It's the same story I was going to tell. All right. The last amazing story was Mark. Obviously, we're Jewish, and he went to Hebrew school. He hated Hebrew school. So one day I'm in my office, it's about 3:30, I get a call from Dina, hysterically crying. The rabbi wants us to come down to Hebrew school, Mark's in his office. I said, Dina, have patience, but you can't handle this. You have to come, I can't deal with this. It's your son, you have to come down. I cancel the rest of my day. I go into the office with Dina, and the rabbi's sitting there, Rabbi Eckstein. He's sitting there, and he said, Mark, in the middle of class, said there is no God. So, we didn't say anything yet, and the rabbi says, I've been with him for the last half an hour, and I'm not sure if there is a God now that I speak to your son. He said to us, if he doesn't make it in life, he should become a lawyer, because he can convince anybody that there is no God. That's it, Mark. And just as a favor, I'm always at Costco, I'm always calling him Mark. We have a lovely dog who's going to miss his brother Mark, Dexter. And I have to get this prescription for the dog. Dog has this certain kind of disease.
Just give me the fucking Malamar.
No. So I'm saying they're filling out the prescription, and like Bichette in Hebrew, is this big display, Malamars. And when Mark was a little boy, we used to sit on my lap, and we used to share a box of Malamars. So I bought this. It's going to surprise you, but you saw it in the bag when I walked in. All right, and it's like you can sniff out food anyways. So Mark, I know that when you get stoned in Seattle, these are your first three boxes of Malamar.
Hey, that's my name. It's another fake name. Respect the fake name. All right, guys. Marc Schechter!
Alrighty. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Dad, you said it was hard to roast your son, yet all I could see was you laughing hysterically every time they made fun of my dick. Which I don't know if there's any geneticists in the building, but I'm pretty sure that's your fucking fault. for the Malamars and the mixed messages over the 26 years. Very helpful. Who do I start with? Jesus. Let's start with Ted, you guys. Give it up for Ted. Doesn't often host things. Deals with crippling depression. You can always tell when Ted's gonna leave a room. He'll be in the middle of a conversation. He'll be like, he'll just leave the room. That's what he does. It's pretty. But you have to sympathize for him. Ted's the only, gay Pakistani dude with a white nerd trapped inside of his body that ever met him. And for you, Ted. Ted, what train are you conducting after this?
Gravy train.
Yeah, a gravy train. Nice.
You're gonna be on it.
Yeah, I am on the. As you guys have heard, I've lived I haven't accomplished much. I've just made it out of like the white privileged suburbs, so good for me. Very happy. Don't be jealous. Have a plant girlfriend who I've been telling you about for 3 years, so it's very nice. Caleb, you were talking about how, something about Anne. I like shitting more than I like Anne. But I think Anne likes shitting more than me, because I live with her, so. She makes smelly farts, is what I'm trying to say. It's pretty easy to get my dad, that's good. But listen, you guys don't realize, Anne's not good at taking jokes. Someone gave her a joke tonight, I saw his face, it's like... That's Anne's not. Allie, how are you? Allie, my sister. Guys, my sister. She went through a very, very long, extended Juicy Couture phase in her life. She shopped at the highest velour apparel that you could buy. But now she's a yoga teacher. Who would have guessed it? I guess all you guys would have guessed it. Yohei, thank you. You're the meanest Shinto I've ever met in my entire life. Thanks a lot. Fucking asshole. I thought you were supposed to be gentle like a koala bear or some shit. Look at you. I didn't understand anything you said, so it was fine. I had to do that one. God, Kappa, you got some good digs. Good digs, Kappa. Taking the mic back, sorry. I'm not moving. Now look, this is the byproduct of dating, having a girlfriend who's a consultant. You have a very scheduled final 4.5 weeks involving 100 of your friends. It's not my fault, all right? You guys are all here. I'm happy for it. Thank you guys. Thank you for hearing things that you've known forever, apparently. Of course, I suck at comedy, so I've been told. Dan, good job, Dan. Skinny Carrot Top, thank you. Who are some other redheads? Don't wind up on the D list like that chick with the plastic surgery who's a redhead, I forget her name. Kathy, all right, that's right, Ellen, I appreciate it. That's Tyler, guys, that's Tyler. Tyler, good job. Only bombed a little. No, I'm happy for you, man. You finally stepped out of my shadow. It's very nice. Mike, how are ya?
Good.
Good for you. Guys, I literally verbally beat Mike into this person that you see here before you today. When we were in like 4th through 7th grade, Mike was kind of like a green bean, very awkward. And I would make his life miserable because I had my own personal issues that had nothing to do with Mike. But Mike was a very easy target, very gullible. So that's what happened. And now he's a buff, successful, philanderous Tinder user. Right? Do you use Tinder still? No? Bagel and coffee? What is it called? I don't know. I'm not doing dating jokes tonight. Alyssa, which brings me to you. How are you single? All right. It's not nice. It's a roast. Hey, I'm losing it. I've had a lot to drink. It's good to see a lot of you. Jake was my cousin, you guys. Good for my cousin.
Yeah!
He took this joke about his dad very literally. He's like, my uncle's not a rapist unless I'm around. That's really it. He's a weird fuck, okay? God. Who did I miss? You guys. Caleb, good. Zach. Thank you. I don't care about Kevin. Kevin, listen, Kevin. You're such a sweetheart. I didn't believe anything you said. Anything. Except the tits thing, man. Come on. Come on, dude. I don't know. I didn't write shit. I just got drunk and sat here and got beaten to death for 3 hours. Thanks for coming. appreciate it. Look, I am gonna miss everybody here. Seattle, it's gonna be fun, right? No, it is gonna be fun! It's gonna be a lot of fun! There will be comedy there. Maybe I'll work on some new material. Or maybe it's the perfect place to tell people that I shit my pants a lot. Who knows? I have some very friendly homeless. That's the first experience I had there. Dad, they're gonna put it on Facebook, Dad. Yeah, the whole thing. Right, one of us has to make money, right? You guys all fucked up the whole job thing. I'm gonna get a job, all right? There we go, Kevin. Second Amazon shipment joke you made in the past month. Amazing. Oh, they can ship you some new lines, you know. All right, who wants to do this shot with me?
Your dad.
Your dad.
Yeah.
Dad, you're gonna do a shot? Don't feel peer pressure. Eat a Malamar first. He's a vegan. You can't eat a fucking Malamar.
No, but I went to hot yoga.
He went to hot yoga and he can't do a shot. You know, I know my dad. I know. Don't make my dad do a shot. Oh no, that's that's right. Listen, you know what? He's 70 years old. This guy. He looks beautiful. Listen, the whole thing about him being a bodybuilder was true. He just was too ashamed to admit it. But he's his nephew, right? Yeah, and he's sorry. I don't speak English, but Steve is here. You know, he was the Adonis, the face. He was listen, there are various pictures amongst my house of my father with his shirt off, running with a semi-erection in tiny shorts in the 70s. And thus the legend was born, and I had to make jokes about it. Sorry, Dad. Now sit down, I know you can't afford a shower. Nick, wanna do a shot with me? All right, come on. Guys, cheers, thank you all, appreciate it.
You're all Mark's friends, except for like my two friends. Later, everyone, and thanks for coming. Yeah, I really did. I think I drank a couple of things.
Corporate chair. Entire set just on material from all the normal stuff. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. Yeah, I gave you like 6 times.